Can't get this from Amazon or Walmart or any other place. I got to go into the forest to get it.
For Pinock Smith, making canoes doesn't come from just any materials. It's something he learned early in life as an Algonquin in Carthage.
So I am an Anishinaabe because I am a native person. I'm an indigenous person. It's a reservation that's connected to the town of Maniwaki. Maniwaki is better known than Kittigan-Tiki itself, but we're connected right to it.
A nation that embarked on birch bark canoeing the Algonquin way.
I hung around with older people a lot, so I went in the bush a lot to harvest material. So I picked up on what materials I was looking for and how to manipulate these materials to make things that we needed.
While it is a reservation, some thought of it more like a guardhouse.
At one point before my time, we had to have a written permission to leave the res, and then the Indian agent was the warden of that prison, and the RCMP were the guards of that prison, and they would arrest you if you didn't have a note. So I call the prison is what we were living in.
People might believe that the history of the reservation is linked to igloos or teepees, but Pinock says teepees has nothing to do with their region.
Teepees come from the Midwest. We up here made wigwams covered with birch bark, and they were built in many different forms depending on what material we had on hand to build them with. But I think what they're expecting to see is what the media portrays it as, wearing feathers, beads, and living in wigwams or teepees, whatever. So they kind of get that disappointed look when I tell them that you are on the res, it's because they don't expect us to be living that. We're not supposed to be in a house, I guess.
Carthage was not a wealthy community, but they were rich in resources.
If you want to go fishing, you have to make a canoe, and then if you want snowshoes, you made your snowshoes, sleighs, toboggans, cradleboard, baskets, tanning hides, all kind of things. So I was exposed to that as a child, when I was growing up.
And now he's grown up, building canoes like this one. No nails, no glue, no screws, just nature.
First, you got to find birch bark, which is the shell of your canoe. It comes from the white birch tree. Cedar for all the interior except for the thwarts is ashwood. And the only thing that holds this canoe together is your spruce root here. And then we use spruce gum to seal it to prevent water from coming in. The bark itself is naturally waterproof. You don't have to apply anything to the bark. You should leave it as it is.
Algonquins take great pride in their canoe rides, embracing its North American native design.
That's not a German, French invention. My ancestors invented this.
Today, Pinock is keeping that design alive.
It was always the environment that dictated our lifestyle. Our mode of transportation, habitation, food, medicines, everything was dictated by the environment we're living in. So it changed from nation to nation. But we were nomadic peoples.
Crafting these canoes does come with challenges. In this case, the difficulties come from the environment.
Climate change is doing a lot of damage to everything. The trees, the air, the works, but it's not just the climate change. There's a lot of different aspects that come into it. Lumbering is one very bad thing that we have.
Lumbering also has an effect on the amount of birch trees available. Material is now limited.
A lot of people approach me and ask me to show them how to harvest materials and stuff in order to make things. And it's embarrassing for me because I bring them in the bush and I can't find the trees, or at least good trees, to show them what it used to be like. My ancestors had the right mentality. They took from nature what they needed, not what they wanted. We, on the other hand, do just the opposite. We take what we want, not what we do, even if we don't need it.
Pinock is proud to craft canoes in his homeland tribe, but if you think canoes are his only specialty, you're wrong.
Like I make snowshoes, I do trail boards, paddles, assorted drums, tanning hides, canoes, baskets, a little bit of everything that would have been used for day-to-day use. The physical part of the culture is what I do. Canoe building gives me great pride in my ancestors. People say that the Algonquins made the best canoes. I like to believe that because I'm an Algonquin, but I think the real reason is because we had the best material.
In Gatineau Park, for WPBS Weekly, I am Yatil Patterson.